It's race day here at Spielberg, and the drivers are making their final preparations down on the grid before lights out. Look around, it's a spectacular setting, and I'm sure today's race will do it justice. So Spielberg is one of the shortest laps on the F2 calendar, just 10 corners, 7 right and 3 left. Look out for the uphill braking zone into turn 3 that represents one of the better opportunities to overtake. Also turn 4 straight afterwards, and then the next one being all the way back round to turn 1. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Liam Lawson lines up on pole position, and Surfer Girl completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vips, Armstrong, Ayumu Awasa and Deruvala, Drugovic, Williams, Novalak, Ollie Caldwell, Sato, Hauger, Frederick Vesti, Teo Porcher, Cordial, Doohan, Fittipaldi and Tatiana Calderon. Boschon, Sargent, Hughes and Roy Nissany completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, can we get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid?
Ciao Alex, it's a pleasure to be here. They are nervy moments, there is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive, and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
The formation lap gets underway for this, the Formula 2 race, and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure the car is ready for battle once the lights go out. We are almost ready to start the Formula 2 race as the cars take their positions on the grid, the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
It started like just 2 long straights, connected by a hairpin, with a total of just 5 corners. Since the return of the Austrian GP in 2014, Mercedes have dominated here, with frequent podium appearances, including wins from Rosberg, Hamilton and Honda. Your man Scotty has taken on tannoy duties this weekend.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Caution, caution. Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on. Okay, we're approaching the pit window and we're going to put you onto super softs.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 9.0 seconds. Box, we're coming in this lap.
And it looks like the pit crew are out and ready to perform their magic on the car. They will be aiming to achieve the fastest pit time possible. A decent pit time then. The team will be hoping they can get back into the action as fast as possible and not
That
lose
was our
too much
last
time
stop.
on the
No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, Callan's coming in for his stop. gap to your teammate behind is 18.0 seconds. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
It was a tough race at times, but they've held on to take a great victory for Trident today. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
I think they kept a cool head. That's why they won today. Smooth, steady, everything bad that happened to them, they handled it calmly and professionally. That's what let them focus on getting the best out everything else. The car, the strategy, they managed to keep out of trouble the whole way round.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be Trident picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for coming out on top in that amazing race. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Serfico increases their championship lead. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
I have to give it to Surfer Girl.
And now a look at the team standings. Trident move further ahead at the top of the standings. After all this drama, you would be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.